Hello and welcome to pmblounge.com. This is Lounge Fever, where we address some of your frequently asked questions on project management topics. Today we are talking about the dependencies that you may see while you are creating your WBS, right? So dependencies in WBS, what do you do with them? How do you deal with them? Let's try to understand. Let's answer this question. Now, dependencies in WBS could be a wrong statement because there is no representation of dependencies in WBS. A more correct question would be something like this: dependencies among work packages. Now, if you are not sure what a work package is, I will share the link of the entire playlist of the WBS, all our coverage on WBS. I'll share a link in the description below. Go over there, learn a thing or two more about WBS, understand what work packages are, understand what decomposition is and related concepts, and come back and see this video again and understand what is the dependencies among work packages. How do you deal with dependencies among work packages? Now, to begin with, can there be dependencies among the different work packages within the WBS? Of course, there can be, right? So, if there's a testing involved in a software project, right, you cannot start the testing until coding is complete. So, of course, there are other ways to it. If you ask experienced project managers, they'll tell you, well, a part of testing can begin for the part that the coding is 100% complete, right? So, let's say you have 5 modules to be coded. Let's start testing the first module if the coding for the first module is 100% complete, right? Let's not wait for all the 5 modules of code to be complete before you begin with the testing. Well, that's just that's experience speaking right there, to be frank. But of course, yeah, you can have these kind of adjustments on your project, but then there are certain projects that even the modules themselves are dependent on each other, right? All the 5 coding modules, they are dependent on each other, and you cannot begin testing until all 5 modules are done with their coding, right? So of course there is dependencies, and you will see dependencies among work packages. When you create your WBS, you will be able to figure out that there are certain dependencies. So how do you deal with it in the while you are creating the WBS? Well, the first thing to understand here is the WBS, the work breakdown structure, is not the place to highlight dependencies, right? So although you see work packages related to coding and you see work packages related to testing, and you understand the fact that there is a dependency between the two, you cannot highlight that dependencies in WBS because WBS is not the place where you highlight dependencies. So you have to have that concept pretty clear. You have to have that fact pretty clear in your mind that WBS is not where you deal or highlight with your dependencies. Now, WBS is going to give you work packages, right? So work packages is what you get when you decompose the work required to accomplish your project, right? So WBS is going to give you work packages, and you cannot figure out the dependencies until you have the work packages, right? So once you have the work packages which WBS is giving you, until you have those work packages, you will not be able to figure out what the dependencies are. And why I used this statement on this slide is because essentially when you are creating your WBS, right, when you're in the process of decomposition of your project, you are yet to begin your hunt for dependencies. You are yet to begin understanding what would be the different work packages, or what would be the different modules, or what would be the different things which would be dependent, right, activities which would be dependent among each other, right, in your project. You are yet to begin that analysis. You are When you are doing your WBS, you are only creating your work packages. That's it. You are yet to begin your hunt for dependencies. So that is a reason, a big reason, why WBS is not the place where you highlight dependencies, or where you analyze dependencies, or where you do anything about dependencies. Of course, as a project manager, When you're creating a WBS with your team and you're able to figure out certain dependencies between certain work packages, you might want to note them down so you don't miss them out later. But if you see a WBS, you will not see anywhere in the WBS that a dependency is being highlighted or a dependency is being, notified or anything is done about the dependency in the WBS. So, of course, there will be dependencies among work packages, but you don't deal with it in the WBS. Hope that answers the question. And that's pretty much it that we had in this video. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. Check us out on our social media, facebook.com/pmplounge and twitter.com/pmplounge. You can always send your queries at pmplounge@gmail.com or comment below. We'll definitely get back and make a video like this one on it. Don't forget to check out the website pmplounge.com, your number one free resource for PMP certification and project management industry information. Thank you.